out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. Trucks over him. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. A give up the middle to Wright. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll go right back to Wright. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Wright. Shoves him aside. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Double one high, double one high. Hey, 21 T8.
3rd and 2.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Flushed out right. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Third and 5.
Go. Ray. Hey, Kappa.
Herbert now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Trey McBride with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He'll get this down to the 38.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught by Evans. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Herbert changing things up.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Let's go, let's go.
But now an audible here into something else. On Herbert, his third interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. A short throw to Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Back to throw again.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking to throw. Herbert.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within 10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Stay with Tiger. 21. Hey, go Lion. Hey, go forward.
Back to throw. Herbert. That is caught. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Open man right side is Ingram. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because... he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Kyron Williams. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
Oh, some strong running.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Complete to right.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Wright's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Now Tua going to change the play.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
And a pretty good burst there as he get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Now a give, running left is right.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Now Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's right. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. A good pickup there at 22.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, this is right.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Josh Paschal there to bring him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Yeah, ready. East right, snug. Right.
After the turnover, it's Tua rolling to his left.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Now a toss play for Wright.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Hey, get set.
Looking to pass. Tua. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Miami. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the 50, here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
A gain of 14 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that.
Touchdown, Chargers! Davante Adams from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They're right here.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
1-1.
Throwing, Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And all the way down to the 29. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And my goodness, another interception.
Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now Herbert.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been